Welcome back to a new episode of Over the Top TV. My name is Curtis Klaschinski, and this episode is a rundown and video clips and pictures and everything I have from the 2022 Canadian Nationals in Winnipeg, Manitoba. What a whirlwind of a weekend. So we left home here Friday morning. I was cutting weight and dropping water for the drive up and the day before, and drove up. It was myself, my girlfriend, and the two boys, Austin and Tyson. We all went up. Two teammates, Joel Hansen, Dylan Arcand, they took their own vehicles. They went up and competed. I'll tell you all about that. We got into Winnipeg in time for weigh-ins. Long lineups to go through. I'm glad I pre-registered online. That was so helpful. And did the whole lineup thing. I weighed in under by a lot. Actually, we all made weight. Me and both the boys made weight, and both teammates made weight. So we were already off to a solid start. And made weight, got on the Pedialyte right away, and started rehydrating. And then intaking the simple sugars, carbs, salts. And let me tell you that by Sunday, so that was Friday evening and weighed in, by Sunday morning I was back up to 232 pounds. So, crushed that. The weight cut went good. The dieting leading up to it went great. And I managed to keep off a lot of the extra fat, which is nice. So, the weekend, I don't even know where to start. So, junior classes and everything, masters, grandmasters, disabled, those classes, that all happens on the Saturday. So, my boys both competed. Now, my oldest son, Austin, he was in the, make sure I get this right, 15 to 18-year-old group, 70 kilograms. Now, he's at the bottom of that age bracket. So, Austin's no stranger to arm wrestling. Neither of my boys are. They both have multiple provincial titles in the past, and they both placed at nationals in the past. So super impressed with the boys, and I knew Austin was going to have a rough go. It's nationals. He's up against 18-year-olds. He's 15, and but I was still incredibly impressed with the way he handled his losses. I let him know leading in that he is in the lore of his age group, but get everything he can out of it and learn what he can. Try to take it like a champ, because this year's going to be about learning for him. Told him give it his all, but don't be crushed. And you know what? Handled it like a champion. Austin ended up, let's look here, 4th place in the 15, 18, 70 kilogram class. He was 4th place both arms, and that was last place out of 4 people. But he tried his best. Tyson was up as well. So in the 11 to 14-year-old group, 50 kilograms. Now Tyson, he hits like a ton of bricks. You don't see it coming when you look at him, but he hits hard. And left arm, he ended up with 1st place. So Tyson is now Canadian national champion. Incredible. I mean, so proud. It was awesome. And I even had to coach him on the left arm. Going to the left arm, he ended up losing to Eric Roussin's son. Took a loss to him, and then I noticed in that match his feet were very together, legs straight. He wasn't in the normal stance that he would be. It's a big stage, lots of people, multiple tables going on at once. And I let him know before his next shot at Eric Roussin's son. Let him know we got to stagger that so we can push off and lean back. And he steamrolled him 2 matches in a row. So it's one of those times, a little bit of coaching, a little bit of adjustments to technique can make a world of difference. And they did for Tyson. He's super excited. He's got really nice medals. Super proud of both boys. Now for myself, I entered the 100 kilogram class. So at our provincials, I was weighing in at like 248, 249 pounds. And for nationals here, I knew I was going to compete in the 100 kilogram class. So I started dieting right after provincials, and then started cutting, doing real drastic diet cuts a week leading up to, and then so from good diet to drastic cuts, and then water depletion right before. Went super well. I entered the class. I had very high expectations of myself. I was really gunning for going for number one spot, and that was tricky. So there was 17 people in the left arm and 18 people in my class in the right arm. Big names, big names. You had your Mark McPhails, your Steve Morneaus. You had people from all over. Joe Fox was there. Let me tell you something about Joe Fox. Man, I was set up to have a super match with Joe at a big event that was going to happen in Red Deer just before the COVID stuff happened. And looking back, it's probably thank my lucky stars that didn't happen, because that man would have schooled me. He's on a whole new level, He steamrolled the right arm class. He didn't compete left. He had some injuries or some things going on, so he didn't compete left, but he steamrolled everybody right. Joe Fox, you're scary, man. You're absolutely scary, but just an amazing guy on the side. I played a lot of sports in my life, and arm wrestling is a little different. It's a tighter community. It's one of the only sports I can think of where I went and talked to the person who beat me, and they told me what I need to do, what I need to train to be able to beat them. Who does that? I even found myself doing that. Someone's like, well, when you do this, I can't do anything. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, but if you build your cup or build this, you can start to fight that. And it's something real special about the arm wrestling community. Real special. And, I'll never forget the arm wrestling days here. These are great days. And I met as many people as I could. I spent a lot of time talking to and meeting new people. And if I wasn't stopping somebody, then somebody was stopping me. And it was funny because I couldn't go anywhere because we stayed at the host hotel. I couldn't go anywhere in the host hotel without stopping multiple times. I started taking pictures with the people I ran into. I met fans of the show here, fans of Over the Top TV that I didn't even know watched it. And they're like, yeah, I watch your show all the time. And I'm like, really? Like, thank you. That's really cool. Cool to know. 'Cause I'm just trying to share that love of arm wrestling with everybody else, right? So took pictures with them. Tons of pictures. Like I said, share them through the video. And, just awesome meeting the people. Some standout moments. Having some moments with Marlon Hicks. What a nice guy. That guy is such a nice guy. And an absolute powerhouse on the table, but just a really, really good dude. I got to spend time with a few people. Mark McPhail during the tournament a little bit, and at the after party, got to visit with him. Joe Fox I got to spend time with. Ryan Espy, anytime I get a chance to talk to Ryan Espy, I make sure I take a picture and say hi and tell him how awesome I think he is. Ryan's something special. So that was really cool. Got to talk to Len Houghton. That was neat. So many names, man. So many names. Anthony Dell'Antonio. Got to speak with him. That guy is always such a nice guy and blew me out of the water when he's like, hey, can I take a picture with you? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I want to take a picture with you. So that was really cool. It reminds me, Anthony, I have to get that picture from you. What else? I had a few people throughout the tournament saying, man, you're pulling really good. You're doing really good. And I'm not sure if I deserved all that because if you look at my placings, they don't really show. But, I had lots of people compliment me, including like Ryan Espy, said, man, you're pulling really good today. And a big surprise out of nowhere was near the end of the day on Sunday. So they just wrapped up finals. And George Zakowitz, Crazy George, comes up to me. And he's like, I really enjoyed watching you arm wrestle. I really enjoy watching you up there and, doing everything you're doing. He's like, good job. I was like, wow. So, of course, I got a picture with him, too. But I didn't see that coming. Overall, amazing experience. As for my teammates, Dylan Arcand, he's only pulled a few events. I think maybe he's got 3 or 4 tournaments under his belt, maybe. He went to provincials, went undefeated at the Saskatchewan provincials. Didn't take a single loss, both arms, I believe. And so he shows up to his very first nationals. He's only got 3 years or so of training under his belt. He competed in the 75 kilogram class. He ended up with, let me see here, on the left arm he was 10th, and that was out of 12 competitors. And on the right arm, he was 8th out of 13 competitors. So he even got some wins at his first nationals. That was cool to see. You know, it really made him feel good, and he got in some wars and learned about some weaknesses, which is a big part of nationals. You will quickly learn your weaknesses or flaws in your technique at nationals. So that was really good. He was pumped to get some wins and get the whole experience out of it. Joel Hansen did extremely well. Joel, you did great, man. So we ended up with a 3rd on the left, so he podiumed on the left. That was out of 11 competitors, so way to go. And on the right, he was 7th out of 12. So now his right hasn't been 100%. So he can't go into a few areas, but he went where he could go and did extremely well. Joel, way to go, man. Yeah, I got in some wars. So made that 100-kilogram class, and it was wars after wars after wars. Went in there saying, you know, I'm gonna get first. I'm going for first. I'm always going for first. That's what I'm going for. Well, I did not place first or anywhere close to it. But I did get a bunch of wins in. I got knocked down to the B class and the C class, and I just kept fighting. And people were like, "You still in it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got 1 life left." I hung on to that C side like a tick and fought out hard and ran into some monsters. I ran into Mark McPhail, who quickly showed me how fast he could shoulder roll me, and I couldn't slow it down. Talked to him after. Really cool dude. I met Mark before, and he was happy to tell me how to start working on, the weaknesses in my game. So that was really cool. Tyler Bolzan, I mean, dude, first place left arm. I was on a roll left, did all right, got a bunch of wins, and even right, I was winning until I met Tyler on the right, and no matter where I hit, and his hand and arm didn't move, and he just cut me in, and total domination. Total domination. Thank you, Tyler. I needed that. Mark McPhail, like I said. Steve Morneau. I mean, dude pulled Masters, and I don't know, maybe even Grandmasters. He pulled Masters the day before. So on the Saturday, I pulled him on Sunday, and the dude still wrecked me. I ended up getting a straps with him a couple times, and yeah, just absolutely destroyed me. I never even got a chance to pull Joe Fox. Didn't get a chance. Didn't make it to him. But I ended up with 7th place on the left. No, sorry, 5th place on the left is where I ended up. 5th place on the left, 7th on the right. And just super stacked class. So many good arm wrestlers, all with high expectations on themselves. And I got to get in some matches that I really wanted. There's a few guys that are like, "Oh, I think I can beat you. I think I can, And this was my chance, and I showed up and I delivered. I was able to beat some guys that thought they had my number and didn't. I have been training twice a week. I do a lot on the side and take this extremely seriously. And I have some leveling up to do, and that's okay, because I'm going to do it. But yeah, it was nice to, get some wins in there and fight it out. But yeah, I don't want to waste any more time talking. Nationals was amazing. I'm going to share with you a bunch of video clips, and yeah, enjoy. Anytime you get a chance to go to Nationals, definitely go. Team Manitoba did an awesome job. Awesome job putting this event on. I know Daryl Stephenson was a huge part of that, and he's a straight-up great guy. I've known Daryl for years. And, oh yeah, Uncle John. Huge shout out to Uncle John. Killed it on the announcer. He really helped make the event. He when names were being called out, he was always talking about something, and just like the life of the party. That guy's awesome. I never got a chance to after pull him. I really wanted to, and never got a chance to. So next time, Uncle John, I'm coming for you. But yeah, without further delay, enjoy the clips, and I'll be back on here with Riley very soon. I'm sure he has a ton of questions for me about Nationals and what's happening next and how Team Saskatoon is going to change the way we train now that some of us went through this Nationals and we found some weak spots. So adjustments will be made. Right on. Enjoy.
Big hit, Saskatchewan.
That a boy.
There we go, table 4, going into that shoulder roll. Matt still going, deep inside, was able to pull it out. Alberta doing what he can.
Good try, buddy. Good try.
Nice. And Daniel.
Whoa! Wow!
19 to 21.
Here you go, Tyson!
Tyson, you got this, Tyson!
Yeah! Tyson, national champion!
We got a little bit of difficulty on table. Klashinsky on table 2. I like this. I like this a lot.
All right, Curtis.
Go on!
I'll tell you what, arm wrestling is so much easier when you're not actually arm wrestling. I'm really good. I'm really good when I talk about arm wrestling. Klashinsky on your right, Staken on your left. Klashinsky looking to fire off. There it is, stuck up top. Ooh! It is Staken with all that power driving to the side match. Multiple matches yesterday. Big power for more. No, not done yet.
Ram and Eddie with table 3 on deck will be Dylan and Anthony.
Yeah!
And control again. Klashinsky takes the win from Saskatchewan. There's the go. Joe Fox with the control. Jamie Staken seeing if he can bring it back across.
Table 1, I need Miguel and Jason. Table 1, Miguel and Jason.
There's big drive.
There we go.
Esmond and T-Bop lining up on table 1. Here we go.
Yeah!
Another elbow foul for Nut Brown. Klashinsky, winner on table 2. The foul.
Ah.
Klashinsky takes the win on table 2 in the strap.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Rainer Klashinsky.
Fight for it! Fight for it! Fight for it! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Yeah, fight for it! Curtis, Curtis! Fight for it!
Pop that down!
Don't let him out! Yeah! Woo! Oh yeah! Oh, that was exciting.
On table 2,
All
on
right,
deck will be Jack
Klashinsky.
Bradford and Jamie Staken.
Morneau takes tables 1 and 2. Esmond with the Klashinsky takes it on table 2. There it is.
There we go, Klashinsky, pull!
Winner Squires.
Oh,
And Matt on table 1.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, nicely done.
I knew that.
Oh.
Mokan and Klashinsky all strapped up. Klashinsky.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Klashinsky and Squires on table number 2. Big
Yeah!
winner.
Yeah!
Nut Brown Klashinsky on table 2.
Yeah!
Winner Klashinsky.
Oh.
Can Klashinsky make something happen now?
Revenge!
And George both scored yesterday. Huge hit from Marlon Hicks. He's trying to break through that lock that George has, and George just said no. As we've seen so many times before. Now we are into it. This is a position that we've seen again and again, and George has been so successful. Marlon Hicks could be the man to break through. Let's hear it for these guys on table number 3. BC versus Ontario. The King, Crazy George, is on
Table
the
1.
versus the fastest man alive, Marlon Hicks. There it is, an enormous hit, but still not
Right on table 2, we have Dustin and Brian. On deck will be Robert and Robin. Robert and Robin on deck on table 2.
George Zakowitz in that stretched out position, so strong, so able to do what he needs to do in that position. Marlon Hicks holding on, making his surge. Marlon with him follow, and here comes through. A stoppage on table 10 is rolling out. We're outside.
On Dylan! Fight for it, Dylan!
On deck on table 1 are Sarah and Jennifer. On deck table 1, Sarah and Jennifer.
Fight, Dylan!
There we go. Marno versus Arcade. Marno doing everything he can to stop the forward progress of Arcade. Arcade on the out of it.
Table 1, we have Chris.
Yeah!
And Jack for table 2.
On Dylan!